When I heard Illumination was making a Sing 2, I was kind of scared. One, because I've never been a huge fan of the first Sing. I think it was funny and it definitely had charm to it. All the characters are surprisingly likable, except for that mouse. I want to stomp on him. He thinks he's so much better than everyone, and they just allow him to perform. Do you guys not see this guy disrespecting you? Kick him out. But I think the rest of this movie was just basic. I think all the characters have a very basic baseline and simple backstory. Okay, you got a hardworking mom, an angsty teenager, a shy introvert. That's cool and all, but I want to know who they really are. OMG, not Rosita being goofy in the grocery store. She's a relatable icon. But there's some good things to this movie. The music is great. The ending made me smile. I like how their theater got completely destroyed. No! And they just build a whole nother set in like a day. What? But here we are almost 6 years later, and Illumination is ready to get that huge check. I'm actually really excited to see how this movie will perform and how messy the theaters are gonna be. The marketing for this movie was absolutely everywhere I looked. They took over Roblox. They made a whole sponsored short for a TV company, which was kinda wholesome, I'll admit it. And they had like 30 trailers that just exposed the entire movie. I don't even have to see it now. I can just watch these trailers. And like all the trailers are the exact same. It's literally just the same scenes with like a different angle. Also, I guess they realized how much they were spoiling, so they just went straight to remind everyone celebrities are in this movie. These are actual posters. That's like having the Mario poster just be Chris Pratt standing there. Also, this is going to be a completely honest review. I think a lot of people will automatically hate this movie just because it's attached to Illumination, a brand that kind of has a past of lazy and boring movies, but I'm going to excuse that and just review this movie as its own thing. This movie was definitely leaning towards the performance plot of the story, and I think it actually makes it so much more enjoyable. It's like when you were 9 and you went to Disney on Ice, that feeling of, wow, life is really beautiful. The fact I'm here right now watching these colors and these real humans doing what they love, and in your hand you have one of those glow-up ball thingies. The first one definitely had the performance to it, but there was a lot more terrible filler, where this one just embraces the big music feeling. And the music is great. I'm quite the music fanatic. You know, I did kind of cringe at some songs, but that's just because I couldn't take it seriously. I'm sorry. I envy anybody who can watch people sing and not feel secondhand embarrassment. We start off with this title card with all the minions singing a choir. It's kind of scary. No! We get right into a performance of Alice in Wonderland. They're dancing, they're singing, the kids are eating it up. Gunter is dressed like Elton John. I dig the fit. The musical show reviewer is there and she is having none of it. Literally all the animal critics in this movie are so mean. Like, it's exactly what you expected. It's Alice in Wonderland. What do you think they were gonna do? But it's all for a good cause because Buster Moon realizes that he can't please everybody. Too true. Too true. Also, you guys better like this video because I went to see this movie in theaters opening day. There was nothing but small children in there. They were coughing. This one kid saw Buster Moon on the screen and they kept repeating the words, Buster, but for like a good 4 minutes. I'd say Act 1 goes by really fast and it's really hard to keep up with, but still really entertaining. Buster Moon tries to get them all a new agent by going on a talent show, and this guy had literally none of it, even though everybody performing is doing full-on light shows. I think he's just picky, and surprisingly enough, I really like the animation in this movie. They went really hard with the scenery. I enjoyed the look of the city and all the little Easter eggs. Even if it doesn't compare to Pixar, I still thought it was good for an Illumination film. But here's one problem I had with this movie. This movie feels very commercially. It feels like they threw in anything they could to make this movie more popular and memorable. We got a Billie Eilish song, a Shawn Mendes song. There was a Coldplay song, but that I was okay with. I was able to predict almost everything that happened. I wonder if they'll make McDonald's toys for this movie. Oh, wait!
Dream big dreams with the characters from the new film Sing 2, now in your Happy Meal.
We follow this new character, Clee Calloway, who's kind of representing a forgotten singer, and after all these years, this man's confidence is non-existent. So when he does actually pick up the guitar and starts jingling jangling, it even had me hyped, and I don't even know who this is. We also get a lot of other new characters in this movie, starting with Nushi, a character I actually really liked in this movie. She's got mad skills. She can break dance. Shit! There's a walrus named Mason, and you know, as a fellow Mason, I thought this guy was the best character. All Masons are the best. Masons are superior. We got this guy, Mr. Crystal, who's literally just a furry version of Simon Cowell. He also apparently tries to murder Buster Moon, so, you know, that happens. My turn. Let me handle Buster Moon. And there were so many other characters that I can't even name because I forgot them all. Halfway through this movie is where I find it's the most enjoyable. They start focusing on single plot lines a little more. They literally have the Grubhub ad song. I was bobbing my head and tapping my toes. For some reason, they send Miss Crawley to get Clee Calloway, someone Buster Moon promised to be in the show, and it's just like, haven't you learned your lesson? Never send this lady anywhere. She destroys everything. I'm sorry. She shows up to trespass and gets absolutely hit. We find out that Clee Calloway's entire reason for being scared to perform again is because his wife passed away. Oh my gosh, that got so dark. She was the reason he continued to sing. Ah, don't make me cry. You guys are responsible for the minions. Don't let me cry. I really like this segment of the movie. It felt very genuine, and I even shed a tear. At other times, this movie tries really hard to feel dramatic and sad, and sometimes it works, and other times it feels forced. Like, I could have gone without the whole running from villain story. It just didn't work, in my opinion. It didn't really feel that important to me. Don't let the furries see this scene. I repeat, don't let the furries. But the end is magical. Everything is wrapped up into a tiny perfect bow. Mina gets a love interest. Clee Calloway performs and the crowd goes wild. All things I kind of expected, but it was fun nonetheless. And Johnny's dad shows up and gets rid of Mr. Crystal, which was a super neat twist. But yeah, this was a pretty solid film. It was definitely 100 times better than the first one. If you guys saw my reaction to the movie of this trailer in one of my other videos, then you would know I was expecting this movie to be horrible. This movie is just going to be filled with modern pop songs. One of them is going to start singing Blinding Lights. I am calling it. I'm blinded by the lights. No, I can't sleep until I lose my... But then I actually saw it, and I was okay with it, surprisingly. Like, I wanted to hate it, but I couldn't. It was just so fun. Why are animated movie sequels becoming my guilty pleasure watches? First it was Croods 2, and now it's Sing 2. I've really fallen off the deep end, but I don't care. I like this movie. I'm gonna give it like a 7.5, maybe an 8. You know, if I'm feeling generous. And I think they kind of set up another movie in the end. Please stop. I thought this movie was good. Let's not push it. Unless, like, I don't know, Justin Bieber is in it. Maybe Harry Styles. This will probably be the only positive review for an Illumination movie. Unless the Mario movie is good, we'll see. I'd say give it a shot if you're looking for a fun movie, or, I don't know, watch it with your friends and laugh with them at it. But if you're looking for a deep, slow, and sad adventure film, or coming-of-age film, then this is probably not for you. Anyways, that's gonna end it for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure to subscribe and like the video. And I like reading comments, so I don't know, comment. My parents read them too sometimes, so maybe say hi to them. I also have another review coming. This one is more scary.